All right, guys, enjoy this compilation of clips that I put together. I will comment over them over the whole time frame, but just to give you a good idea of what we're dealing with here. And I told him, and I warned him, and I wrote him a little note here. If you guys want to look at it, it's right here. This is Corvette guy, and open your eyes, Brandon. And I told him, I said, please don't make videos don't do these videos about Bed Bath & Beyond, about Ryan Cohen and synthetics and Wall Street and all this nonsense he wants to talk about now. I said, don't, because I'm going to expose you for who you are and what you are. And he says, expose me for what? Sharing my ideas with my vet buddies? Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing, bro. And then he says, just like I speculated, the Mullen reversal when it was at 14 cents to 10 cent range, and I went long and it went over 30 cents. These guys are bragging about penny stocks, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I know he didn't go long at 14 and 10. I know he sold. I know that he kept trying to chase it and not get it. He didn't make any money on this. And I know because I watch his videos. Hey, Corvette guy, I watch your shit. And you know why I watch it? Just to laugh and see a train wreck. I know this is you right here. I'll give you an example of what he is and how he chases things. But we'll go from here. I'm just going to let shit play. I might play it at 1.25, 1.5. I don't know. He talks really slow, and it's not very entertaining. It's a tough watch. But let's give you an idea of what he does when he sees a stock run. Let's see what he says here.
People, which is, artificially... in my opinion, artificially, man, this thing just keeps going. Look at this thing. It's going to go up another leg today. This, BDTX, this thing it started out at $1.80 pre-market this morning and then went up to $3 and now it's up to, $5.65. I think it's going to jump again. So what's its market cap at right now? 67 million. So obviously it was, about 1/3 of that this morning, which means the market cap would have been around 20 million. So it's, but it's surpassed its 52-week high today. Its old high was 408, so it's taken off. Whatever this company is, I've been watching it here a little bit. Not really invested, but I might here because it looks like it's about to go again. This thing's just unstoppable. So anyway,
So those are day traders. Those are guys who just read charts. And why not buy at an all-time high? I know it's a great idea. You have to be one of the best investors I've ever seen in my life. Who's on the board of directors? What's the business model? Explain it again. Yeah, I know. Pharma, therapeutics, all the nonsense. Pennies on the dollar. Okay, let's go to you. So this video here.
What's going on, guys? It's Brandon. So let's talk about this Mullen stock. I was all over Bed Bath & Beyond, but unfortunately the days that they declared bankruptcy and it went down to 7 cents, I missed it. And I'm still kicking myself for that one because I would have went all in on that, just like I did this past winter when I went all in.
So this is like the video that I made a month ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, about you, Brandon, when I made fun of you the whole way through. Because it was funny. It was comical to me. You missed out because you were driving around town, driving fast. That's what you said. And as far as not going in on Bed Bath & Beyond, you were afraid that you might have lost some money, that you would, and then you got mad at yourself because you didn't buy it at the bottom, and it's spiking and all this. But you're not going to miss out on Mullen. Not this time. I know. And now you're here. So we saw that video. I'm good with that one. What was the next one? Oh, these are in chronological order.
Ever been. Let's see what this right here is. Yeah. That right there is, okay, so that equates to a 10 million market cap, okay? So the company's currently at 30-something million. So could the stock fall from 13 down to, 4 cents? Sure, okay. Is it going to? I don't know. It could.
Your cracked phone kills me, bro. But more so than that, why are we looking at a chart from 2017 before the company was even public? Like really public? Like, what are we looking at?
Pop tomorrow. Okay, so just being clear why I went ahead and put in a little bit of money, and that way I can sleep at night that I'm not going to miss it. And then from then forward, I will just wait until I see like a real dip. So
I just want to put this out there. The reason why I put this video here is because if you read the comments, Vet Guy, Mullen is going to continue to fall below 10 cents IMO. This is what you did, okay, the next day after you made that video. I got out at around 13 cents. So magically, you bought in at 14, you got out at 13, you only lost a penny. But that's what it was because it fell down all the way down to 10, right? You got out, you wrote. And I'm reading your tweet, or your comment, no one else's. So you got out. Now, amazingly, you bought back in the next day. I don't even know what you're doing. I don't get you right now. You sold at a loss from your 7,000 initial buy-in, and now this
around here for a couple days. But anyway, C706 got stolen, guys. C706 got stolen out of a Chevrolet store's service department. Sound familiar? You're like, didn't you have a C8 get stolen from the dealership last year this time? Yeah, guys. So
the only man I know who's had 2 Corvettes stolen. People really want to get a Corvette off of you, bro. They're dying for it. But yet he's Ubering everywhere he goes. It sounds like you have a rental car. I don't even know what you're doing, but here we go. We'll go back to this.
So I'm currently basically all in. I got in the mid-11s. I actually had a feeling this morning. I woke up at 5 and was trying to put in an order, and I realized I couldn't put in an order until 7 a.m. And I was like, I'm going to go back to bed and I'll check on it after a bit. I wish I would have kept my order in at 10 and a half, obviously. But I got in, in the mid-11s, so I'm okay. Would have been nice to make more money, but is what it is. Like I said, I just feel like nothing's, I just feel like I have a magic gut. I know when stocks are about to fly. I can study the charts and see when the volume's big. And the last...
So he has a magic gut, and he knows when the stock's about to fly, but he sold it, and now he bought back in. He has no conviction whatsoever. And if you feel this company's great, like you've called out Mullen Automotive to be great, and it's going to be this, it's going to be that, they're selling parts, all your friends in Detroit know that Mullen Automotive is calling up and asking for parts, supposedly. You said all this. Why aren't you going long again? Why are you selling? I don't understand, but we'll keep listening.
So the way that you do it is you bet against the stock and you create dilution. You bet your personal money. The CEO bets his personal money against the stock, and his friends, he tells his buddies, kind of like an organized, buddy club. Everybody bets against it. They do dilution. They run the thing into the ground, right? Then when the public has lost all hope, they come back through and gobble it up, at 12, 11, 10 cents a share, 30 cents a share, whatever it is. They start gobbling it all up. Even the top bankers use their personal money. They don't actually use the bank to invest. They use their personal money to invest, right?
So this guy's completely wrong. He's basically saying David Mitchery is shorting the stock and turning it down himself personally. It's not possible, right? It's criminal. You will go to prison. Everybody knows this. In the bylaws, there's the clawback theory. There's all these other notions that you have to follow. But if you go ahead and read the actual bylaws for the company, then you'll figure that part out. But he's just theorizing some bullshit, which is fine. Absolute nonsense. But here we go. Now he's going to celebrate. We're at 30 cents. This is where we're at. We caught this, right?
Mullen, the fact that it hasn't dove yet, it's currently 9:56 a.m. The fact that this thing hasn't dove yet, once everybody could trade on the open market, which opened at 9:30, this thing is strong as death, guys. This is like a fucking hurricane coming, okay? Like, those of you who are like, oh, I missed it. The hurricane's not even here yet.
Oh.
This is like a Category 5 hurricane that's coming right now, okay? So I just want to be clear here. Let's go to the one-day chart. But I want you to pay attention. The fact that all the after-hours stuff is not shown, that causes the 10-day line to become super steep. Same with the 5-day line, causes it to become super steep. So that attack angle now is just going to come up so fierce.
Let me get this right, because your TA charts don't show you after hours. That's going to show you oh my God. Hey, you're going to be all right, bro. You are. Hey, how's that hurricane happening? Well, was it just a rainstorm? Was it El Nino? No, it wasn't. I didn't think so. Maybe you just had the window open and the air was blowing, because this was nothing. This came crashing down. It's already down to 14, 15, 16 cents. What do you want it to do? What do you want this stock to do other than lose 50% after you claimed this was a hurricane?
Just jump into it here. We're watching the Mullen chart real time.
Oh, this is
We're
good.
looking at
I like this
one-day chart right now.
I got to fast forward.
We had a head and shoulders right here. So here was the head at 24.80, that range right there up in the 25s. One shoulder was here, and so that shoulder started over here at 23.
I want to make this very clear, guys. I am saying this, like as the little videos I'm showing you, no edits, no cuts, right? They're literally in succession of how he uploaded them. I'm not changing the order. Just listen to this nonsense when he tells you why he would have sold, but he didn't. Remember, he said he wrote it all the way to 30 and took okay.
320, basically, okay, is where that shoulder started. So as soon as we got to the second bump, which is the second head here, and then it came down to 23.20, that's when it let loose, okay? So as soon as we got to that 23.20 mark right there, boom, there it went down, okay? Now, the good news is it didn't go down very far. Then we hit 21.50, and it bounced back. So now, ironically, we've got a reverse head and shoulders working the other way. So if we don't go underneath that 2120 number again right there, and instead it turns around, which it looks like it might do, okay, then we've got a very narrow window of where we're at, that consolidation window. And so for those of you really mad at me that I said, for this to take off, believe me, I'm mad at myself too. But the thing is, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I probably would have sold up here. Okay. I probably would have. But since I'm not, I don't want to mislead people and tell them, yes, hang in there, buddy. And then I go and sell, right? But obviously it would have been nice to sell up here and buy right here. And then.
Yeah, so it'd have been nice to be a day trader and sell at the top and buy at the bottom. And I know, but you can't really do that, can you? And because you're doing YouTube, that's going to actually tell you what you're buying and why you're selling. Are you serious? Wow, just you and your vet buddies, right? You're not trying to influence anybody. What are we doing?
All right, guys, it's Brandon. Doing another quick follow-up video here because I still haven't sold. And maybe that's foolish of me, but the reason why I haven't yet is because we hit right here, it bounced. We hit right here at 2122 and it bounced. And so what we're doing is we're pinging off this line right here that was started back here where it got down to 2068, so 2068. That was okay. And then obviously we've got another one here of 2123, and granted, this is just Market Watch, is not the greatest program in the world, so I'm sure maybe other programs show that it goes lower. And then here we've got 2122, okay, that it went down to. So the real question is, did this actually go lower here than this one? And if it did, now we're watching for the next one here to see what the next one does. Now here's the interesting thing: if the next one remains higher, then
I think I just wanted that clip just for him to say I still haven't sold. That's what it was. All right, here we go. Now you have, right? The next day?
And it's great news. I sold, so now I can take off again. My gut was it was going to go up overnight, but there's another gentleman who says that he called it right today on every single up and down point. Day trading in that regard has never been my serious strength. I've never gotten into it. I don't use all the programs, all the lines.
Oh, you're not a day trader? Not your serious strong point? Oh, my bad. You're giving out day trading advice. Oh, you're a penny stock day trader guy. Even better. That's two birds, one stone. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody does. And my talent is going against the grain and seeing when things are about to go opposite of what the crowd thinks that they're going to do. Okay? Like on a massive scale when there's big swings. And so I always tell myself that I should just stick to that and just do one of those every month or every couple months and I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's your talent. I'm so sorry. I like this guy. Look at this.
Do the interest rate game on us and kill the squeeze. We say that's fine. Let's say that hypothetically, my friends and I, everybody who sees my messages, let's just say, or my videos, we all sell high because all of a sudden the reversal is killed by the Federal Reserve raising the rates. So we said, fine, we're not going to change the rest of the masses. These idiots are all going to sell now because the Fed's raising the rates. So now what are we going to do? We sell at the high number, fine. We go lower with our extra cash and we buy even more than before. That's BlackRock and Vanguard's worst nightmare. That's Chase and all the Wall Street big banks' worst nightmare, is that we get that clever and that organized so nothing phases us and we say, yeah, that's fine. They actually like it when we make the mistake and hold on to it while they drop it down and while they're shorting it. You see, if we actually, and I don't short stocks, I know how, but I don't, okay? Currently, if I start shorting, I'll explain it. Somebody brought up in the comments, oh, I think this guy's a puppet and he's a short seller. I'm not, guys. So, and I realize everything I'm saying can be investigated. I'm not selling any stock short, so let's just get that clear right now. And if the day ever comes where I start, then I'll explain that I do. But so far, I do not short any stocks. But the point is this: hypothetically, if not only did we cash out at the peak before it dips, but then we did short it and we profited on the way down as well, and now we're ready to buy at the bottom, we'd be even better off.
You're saying we'd be better off to short it? You don't short stocks. No. But you're telling people that this is the organization. We need to get organized and we need to short this. Hold on.
So the reason why I'm talking about this stuff is to kind of open up your mind that we, the people, kind of hold each other to a false standard. It would be like you're in a military setting. You're in an army, right? And your goal is to defeat the enemy. And you have a moral compass against one of the actions that actually allows your troops to defeat the enemy. And you're not going to defeat the enemy as easily. What I'm saying is, hypothetically, you need to wrap your mind around the fact that selling stock short and profiting on the way down, if the Federal Reserve announces we're going to raise the rates,
guys. For me, no headphones.
And that causes you to gain more money so that you can then buy more stock at the bottom and protect your wealth. You see what I'm saying? It's the lesser of two evils when it's all said and done. because if the stock's already going to go down because the AIs and the institutions are already going to drive it down, and then the rest of the puppet population is going to say, oh, the Fed's raising the rates, so I guess the reversal's not going to happen today, guys. Abandon the...
This guy's an idiot. I don't know who sits here and listens to this. I mean, shit.
I'm all in as of Friday again. I got back in. Had the little dip where it went down to 17. Unfortunately, I got in right before that, but wish I would have gotten in at that dip when it went down in the 17s. But regardless, the reason why I went ahead and got in is because I felt like it could take back off. I saw it, getting level at 19 cents range and consolidating, and I just didn't want to risk it. And
it's going to take off.
I didn't want to get greedy over a couple cents when I felt like there was good odds that come Monday, there was a decent chance that people see. It's all about what BlackRock and Vanguard and the big institutions all decide that they're going to do. Are they going to go ahead and invest in it now, or are they going to try to bring it on down further? And I think the gut feeling that I got inside was, if I was in their shoes, I'd go ahead and at least make it pop once now, and then short it and bring it back down later if we're going to go that route. And then obviously this weekend, the CEO came out and announced that he did not collect his shares that were gifted to him, that he could have taken as a gift for hitting his milestone, that he did not collect on those. And so let's talk about why that's important. It's really about public perception, because frankly, it doesn't matter if he does or doesn't take them now. Then later, let's say they're worth $1 a share or $100 a share, whatever it is. He doesn't need to sell them now. He can always just hold them and wait till later and then sell them later.
This guy's a great... Hey, by the way, just so everyone knows, this is no edits, no cuts. I'm literally living in front of you, having my breakfast while watching this knucklehead. But let's go ahead and keep making the video. I don't care. I mean, what do I care, guys?
So the company's...
Hey, Brandon, why the hell are you sweating? Are you working out? Are you climbing mountains, bro? Look at this guy.
$4, $5, $6 million market cap. It's at 1 cent. And they do a reverse split, and they do a 200 for 1 reverse split. Now they've regained NASDAQ compliance. They're not out of bounds with NASDAQ. Guys, why would you think that that's a bad thing? Because at that point, that's good news. It's not going to pink sheets. The scare of going to pink sheets is over. And you've got a company that's definitely worth over $4 million or $5 million or $6 million. You're going to have a fucking... in my opinion, again, this is not financial advice, do your own due diligence, but you're going to have a short squeeze the next day.
So I don't think he really understands reverse stock splits and why they're done. The sentiment of a stock coming all the way down, stocks don't just get shorted. Like, they don't just short companies because, hey, they felt like it. It's a company that warrants the short. It's a company that is terrible financially, terrible CEO, terrible leadership, okay? The institutions themselves are distressed credit investors. You know that private equity should run. And then third, the business model is obsolete, i.e. the industry has changed. So that's why you see these companies having to do reverse stock splits and trying to stay alive. But I have not seen a reverse stock split on a company that was like a great company and they were trying to defend themselves. It had nothing to do with like I don't even think he understands that they have full preferred shares. You know what preferred shares are, right? Like, they're literally sitting in the coffers for the reason of to guard themselves against an anti-takeover measure. And for you to sit here and say, well, they're doing a reverse stock split, they're going to boom, it's no big deal because the market cap hasn't changed. Go look at all the reverse stock splits for me. Go do that due diligence. I did a study on a video, I forget, man, maybe a year ago, whenever AMC was announcing their bullshit. I went out there and I said, guys, look at this. This is the truth. I don't know. I did it like in December. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere out there. It was on a live stream, actually. And I went out there and I said, hey, guys, this is not true. It's factually not true. It's not a bullish thing. It's not an okay thing. It's statistically going to ruin your company. Certainly a penny stock. Do you want to know what the statistics are for penny stocks doing reverse stock split and how it's not beneficial? Oh my God, it's like 99.9%. I swear to you. But in the words of Lloyd Christmas, so you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah.
Okay, so all of you who are so freaking out about this reverse split thing, yeah, it was bad back when the company was overvalued, but we're no longer overvalued. What's bad is dilution. Mm-hmm. Okay, dilution is definitely going to tank the value of the stock to where it might not recover, but reverse splits aren't going to tank the value of the stock.
What do you think happens after the reverse split? Why do you think they do a reverse split? because the dilution gets so maxed out. Let's say we can dilute up to 5 billion shares. Well, now we have to do a reverse stock split so we can redo this new dilution. It's rinse and repeat. Rinse. This is not new. You think they're doing a reverse stock split, and then what? Do you know what doesn't get reverse stock split? Unissued preferred shares. That's what doesn't get reverse stock split, just so you're aware. Therefore, doing a reverse stock split to do what exactly? To take those preferred shares, convert them to, I don't know, common shares, and or selling them off that way? You're selling off votes at that point. And what do you need votes for? For the proxy coming. I mean, are you crazy right now? You're absolutely crazy. 94% owned by the public, right? So who exactly is going to buy this company? From the public? Because the public's going to sell it, right? They should. Or in your case, you're telling them to hold it, I guess. I don't know what the hell you're doing here. We'll go on to the next one because this is even better.
What's going on? It's Brandon. I always follow my gut in life, and my gut. There's a guy who hit me with a question today, or more of a statement that this company's doomed, Mullen's toast, and it's over, and blah blah blah. I got to thinking about it because all these people keep saying that it's going to go down to like 1 cent or whatever. I'm like, don't you guys understand that somebody can come through and do what's called like a hostile takeover and buy out the majority of the public float and be in control of the company? And let's just talk about that, because that's really something that I feel like everybody is ignoring. They think that this thing can just fall and fall and fall indefinitely.
It's not possible. Read the bylaws. David Mitchery has the ability to own, I believe it was like 30% of the preferred shares, but it's like really crazy. It's to the point where they could never be overtaken. And then going to Maryland gives them that even additional firepower. You're crazy. You don't know anything. And you're going to sit here and talk nonsense for the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to go to the next video.
Afternoon, it's Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Definitely a change of tune from me on Mullen. And you're going to have to follow me here because it's a lot of in-depth detail, and you're probably going to have to go back and watch the last couple of videos that I've uploaded, which also have the same background. So there's 2 of them. There's 2 separate ones. And it talks about the potential of, someone else potentially buying out Mullen. But in making those videos, I really want to thank all the people who commented, and I also want to thank the Financial Journey YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
he's been giving me a lot of exposure the last few days, last week or 2 with my videos and stuff when I was very bullish on Mullen and predicted the reversal. Unfortunately, guys, right now I can't say that I'm extremely bullish on the stock. Not to say that there's not a couple things that couldn't cause it to go crazy upward, but there's a couple things that I want you guys to be aware of here. And so let me pull it up here, and hopefully the Financial Journey gentleman appreciates that I'm going to give him credit. I want you to go watch the full interview. I'm not trying to take away views from his channel.
Oh yeah.
Go watch the full interview on his site. It's called David Mitchery interview must watch video on Financial Journey. I'm gonna fast forward to about the 13-minute and 45-second mark, and I'm gonna let you guys listen to this, and it pertains to the upcoming vote of whether or not Mullen should relocate their filing their company in Maryland instead of where they currently are. And so in my opinion, it doesn't do the bulls any good for this switch to occur. And I'll explain, but first let's check out this interview real quick. So here we go. So we're going to hit play.
No, obviously the shareholder meeting is coming up fairly soon, in around a month and a bit. There was one part I did want to bring up to you and just get your perspective. Can you, I guess, explain why Mullen does want to move from being a Delaware corporation to a Maryland corporation?
Well, honestly, first and foremost, and there's some really good points here, and I'm going to share these points so that all of the other guys in the space maybe want to do what we're doing, because when you're trying to mitigate as much cost as possible, and you want to stretch every dime as far as you can, in a market where things are really, really tough, you look for every opportunity to save money, right? And in Maryland, Maryland has no franchise tax for corporation. That's first, no franchise tax, right? Maryland law offers additional protections in the event of an unsolicited takeover attempt, right, on a company.
So I don't know what the no franchise tax has to do anything with this company. Secondly, I never trust a man with 2 cell phones. Okay, sorry, Amo. But no, this guy right here, 2 cell phones, one filming the other. David reading his notes as in he doesn't really know the reason why he wants to move to Maryland other than to seek asylum, i.e. they protect you, they protect insiders, they protect manipulators of stocks. They can do all the above that I made a video already on. So obviously these guys can parrot the information. They're doing pretty good.
So you always have to think about that. And being public, and when your stock is, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, I believe the share price that right now doesn't reflect the true value of the company. That's just my opinion.
I totally agree.
And something like that could leave the company open to potential, hostile takeover or anything. I mean, anything can happen when you have $250 million in cash in the bank and you're trading at I don't know what, I looked at Yahoo this morning and it said that it had like a $26 million market cap or whatever the hell. I mean, come on, like how do you have a market cap that's 10 times less than the cash on hand?
Well, because the value of your company is infinitely diluted. What did you want to happen, David? David, if you believed in your company, you believed in the value of your company, you would buy the shares yourself. And you wouldn't be selling $40 million worth of shares. But you don't believe in the company. That's why you sold your position. This guy doesn't believe in your company. That's why he can't figure out if he wants to go long or short or day trade it. So we'll go to the next video here, Corvette guy.
It's Brandon. So I just wanted to point out a couple things that are obvious here, which I actually pointed out back at day one, when I pointed out the big volume. A lot of people are accusing me of changing my stance. Ironically, I'm back close to where I was at day one, which was there's huge volume going on, and there is only really one explanation for that, and that is hedge funds. Okay, because hedge funds are the only ones who can really get away with doing that kind of volume other than the public, and not having to report it to where we know what's going on. So we have these hedge funds and big institutions playing with the money, okay? Playing with the shares, doing these record shares. I mean, think about this, guys, 8.8 billion shares. And not one company, not Tesla, not General Motors, not one company has come out and even said, yeah, we increased our stake to, we bought 10% of Mullen. Not one. So meanwhile, what's going on with this?
Why would you think someone's going to buy this company? What the hell are you doing?
8.8 billion shares in the last 30 days. So think about this for a second. Again, it only took 3% of the total volume each day, 3% of the shares per day, to have acquired 51% of the company. Therefore, it only took a fraction of a percent each day to acquire 10% of the company. And supposedly no one did that.
No one did that. You cannot equate volume with ownership. And you guys obviously don't know the goddamn market, man. This is embarrassing. You know what? Buy everything that has a lot of volume. And pretend that everything that has a lot of volume, that someone's trying to take over that company. Do that for me, man. And you guys are crazy. Insiders, like Mullen Automotive in particular, they have almost $3 billion worth of preferred shares. And I mean $3 billion. I'm sorry, 3 billion votes locked away in preferred shares. They are not worried about a takeover measure at all. It's all bullshit. But here you go.
What's going on? It's Brandon. So, as far as Mullen goes, and this is not financial advice, do your own due diligence. As far as Mullen goes, I appreciate those of you who appreciate my videos, and you see that it's a tricky situation because if the CEO and the other high staff of the company...
1 second, guys. I just want to apologize for eating breakfast in front of you. I was hungry, dude. And like I said, I'm going to go work out again. But I just want to make this video. I'm having a good time this morning. And I hope you're having a good time with me. Let's go figure out Brandon right now. I only got 4 more clips. Don't worry.
If they decide to issue more stock, okay? Or if they win awards where they're gifted more stock or different things, and these shares are just created out of thin air, right? Well, you got to understand something. That's dilution, right? So when this dilution happens, those shares come into the marketplace, they can instantly sell them. And a kind of had a feeling that was one way they might go, and it appears that my gut is that dilution's happening right now. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Please take that with a grain of salt.
I mean, how smart do you have to be to understand the volume being 3.5 billion over 3 days? And yeah, dilution's happening. We know that part. We know the warrants are getting exercised. I already said all this stuff, but it's cool. You're a genius. Rhodes Scholar.
So let's do a Mullen update, but more importantly, let's do a Bed Bath & Beyond update.
Oh, yeah.
Bye Bye Baby update.
Oh, yeah.
That's a stock that I think is going to make you some money if you want to go long on a stock.
Let's go long in a bankrupt stock. This guy even read any of the filings? Any of the docket? Anything? Does he watch the PP show? I mean, what the hell is this guy talking about? Go long on Bed Bath & Beyond. This is cool. Hey, Bed Bath & Beyond. Tuesday.
This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence.
I plan to.
So let's get into it. Mullen, you know, obviously I held back on releasing any videos today because I didn't want to be blamed for being a negative Nelly against their stock.
Yeah, your videos are going to move the market for Mullen Automotive. Hold back on your videos. Were you driving around town going fast? Is that what you were doing?
But you probably saw in the comments last night that when people were like, oh my God, production's here. I'm like, guys, that's a bunch of fucking vans hanging on hangars that were already built in another country. And all they're going to do is put on different wheels and, you know, Mullen stickers.
That sounds crazy. Didn't somebody already say, are you stealing someone's take right now? Is that what you're doing, Corvette guy? And don't tell me. Don't do it. Don't tell me it's your take. Because the video came out and I had a video out within an hour. I don't know where yours is.
I basically explained that in the comments. Then supposedly somebody came out with a video that was similar to mine, or similar to my stance.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get to the chase of what matters.
Yeah, that's
right?
what it was.
I'm going to call in reverse.
Hey, make sure you get it right. No one made a video that was similar to your stance. Your stance was similar to the video that I made, but go for it, man. You keep doing your thing.
Reversals. I called the Cosm squeeze before it happened. I called the last Mullen reversal before it tripled, right? Double and tripled. So I told you guys in the beginning when I started.
I'm pretty sure you sold, and then you said you wish you would have sold, and because you're on YouTube, you didn't sell at this point, and you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything, but you want to take credit for it. Oh, man. You know what you need in life? You need receipts. Now, this video here I have not watched. Believe it or not, I have not watched it yet because I wanted to play something else, but I'm going to watch this video with everyone today. Why not? It's Sunday. We're just going to hang out. Let's go and watch it together.
Wall Street hedge fund, and you've invented this concept of synthetic shorts, short positions, right?
All right.
What that allows you to do is it allows you to sell those off to banks all over the country, investment firms and institutions all over the country, smaller ones, and bankrupt them all because when the short squeezes happen, they're toast. And you say, well, why would short squeezes happen? Doesn't Wall Street want to protect against the short squeeze? Not if Wall Street can divvy out all these synthetic shorts to little small town banks all across this country and say, hey, check this out. We'll sell you this at a deal, blah, 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 to help you get back on your feet since things are going bad for you. So understand something. Take, for instance, Bed Bath & Beyond stock, which is BBBYQ, right?
Oh, thanks.
Supposedly, there's 160% of the regular float shorted. And since the regular float is almost all the shares anyway, like let me quote.
I just put this out there. The public float is what he means. And by the way, if it's 160% short, bro, where the hell am I? Get me off this planet, guys. Oh, this guy's an idiot. Don't bust out with the two phones right now, Brandon. Don't
Real
do
numbers
it.
here. I apologize. Get my other phone here and tell you what the numbers are. Anyway, I want to say there's like 600 million shares, something like that. Hang on a second, let me pull it up. But the point is, you could bankrupt all the little banks, and now JP Morgan Chase monopolizes the banking industry further. So JP Morgan Chase and the hedge funds work together on Wall Street with this big master plan to actually eventually let the, let me see here, something.
You got me. I think this guy works for like a Corvette
So anyway,
dealership.
so the other thing is, let's talk about why, if you're somebody like Ryan Cohen, he's involved in the GameStop. He was like the chief executive officer for GameStop.
Are you going to talk about Ryan Cohen right now? Am I about to get excited? Hold on. Let me sit up. You know, when I made the comment in this video, I didn't even watch it. I just said, please don't make videos about this because I'm going to come after you. It's because I knew all your whole track record as far as you claiming you didn't sell, you claiming you saw all that nonsense, right? But I literally am watching this for the first time, guys. I'm not joking with you. So let me see this shit.
So he's all too familiar with squeezes. He was also $58 million holder. Okay, so check this out real quick. All right, we've got focus. Damn it. Okay, so this is BBBYQ, right? And it's the weekend right now, so the market's closed. So shares outstanding is 739 million. Public float is 735 million. Now, if you go down to short interest, it only says 103 million. However, supposedly there's a bunch of synthetic shorts out there. Now here it says there's only 14% floated, but supposedly there's a whole lot more synthetic shorts out there. Now, in the past with GameStop, what did Wall Street do? They actually closed down the market for buyers, and you were only allowed to sell. Remember that? And so it actually freed the hedge funds from the problem. But this time, okay, in my opinion, what the hedge funds are going to do is they're going to offload these assets, or they already have offloaded these assets that, hey, these are these synthetic short positions in package bundle deals where people don't keep track of what's inside the package. Okay, just like the 08 crash before, you see? So, anyway,
the fuck?
This is why it was such a bummer for them when Trump came into office, because this was all supposed to happen a while ago, in my opinion. But the point is, okay, so Ryan.
This guy just made like no sense whatsoever, but I'm gonna let him keep talking. Oh man.
Cohen is he has a company called Teddy, and it's these little children's books. Well, he's recently expanded the trademark for Teddy, because you have to say what all the trademark is for. Like if you're going to sell cars that are called Teddy, then you have to say I'm going to sell cars that are called Teddy. He expanded the trademark to an online store that sells blankets and towels and things for children and picture.
Hey, this is breaking news, by the way. He posted this video 14 hours ago. Breaking news. Ryan Cohen has trademark filing with Teddy. Breaking news.
Frames and mirrors and NFTs. Okay, these for children. He created this, basically what Bye Bye Baby and Bed Bath & Beyond already do, right? So you're already in the zone of going to that store to get those kind of goods if you're the consumer. What could be better than if someone came along and rebranded the store and called it Teddy, and now it's got all the Bye Bye Baby and Bed Bath & Beyond all mixed together in one store, you see? So, and then that would make sense why they needed to close a bunch of them, because you're combining the two stores into one now. And you're calling it one thing, right?
Hold on. That's what happened? They closed down the stores because they're going to open less, combined them all together. Oh, is that why they're liquidating everything too? All the product, all the merchandise? Is that why they signed a consignment deal? I'm trying to figure this out. Cancel leases. You've got to tell me what's going down. I didn't know this part. Is that why they sold the IP? I need to know that. Holy shit. Yeah, because it's not going to be Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. It's not going to be. It's going to be Teddy.com. Oh my God, you got this all figured out. Hold on.
So obviously, Ryan Cohen has not used this trademarked Teddy yet for such a situation. So let's say that he wanted to buy out Bed Bath & Beyond stock. What would be the advantage versus him going to do an IPO, or him just starting from scratch and or maybe a SPAC or whatever it is? What's the advantage for him to buy out Bed Bath & Beyond? Well, for instance, the total market cap. Let's go back to that and let's get our numbers straight. The total market cap for Bed Bath & Beyond right now is cash value $230 million. So it only takes $230 million right now to own every single share of Bed Bath & Beyond. That's all it takes.
This is how ignorant. No, that's not true. I mean, if you were going to try to go buy them, obviously the price will go up as you start trying to buy everything, but people are going to sell. You'd have to have this momentum, but you have to pick a price well beyond that. So please don't do that. It's ignorance, but go ahead.
Thanks. And if you go back a couple months, let me pull back up the chart. Like I told you guys the other day, I was really sick that I never invested when it was down around 7 or 10 cents.
Yeah.
So here's a 3-month chart. If you go back, it was down at 7 cents at one point, below 10 cents. But all right through here, that first month, it was all under 20. Okay? So you could have bought it under 20 cents. So at that time, the market cap was below 100 million. Or excuse me, the market cap was below 200 million. You see? So for under 200 million, a person could have acquired effectively every share, but they don't need to acquire every share. They just need to acquire the majority of the shares, 51%. So that takes less than $100 million. Now, if you remember right, Hudson, which is a hedge fund, let's type this in. Hudson, hang on, I'm typing in the wrong spot.
Hudson Bay.
They tried to give Bed Bath & Beyond the money that they needed. And how much were they going to do it? $300 million. Okay. So think about this for a second. If you're Ryan Cohen, why wouldn't you go and tap? And by the way, the hedge fund had a bullish outlook for Bed Bath & Beyond. They said we can get involved in this, restructure it. It's only going to cost us $300 million. We're going to own a bunch of stock. We'll be profitable. So if you're Ryan Cohen, at that point, you go and approach Hudson, who is a hedge fund, and you say, listen, guys, you got the right idea. I'm with you. But there's a better way to approach this. Instead of you invest $300 million, if we go ahead and let them declare bankruptcy, it'll go to pink sheets. And for less than $200 million, we can buy the whole fucking company. And I have this thing called Teddy trademarked. Guys, I've got $58 million just from the sale of my Bed Bath & Beyond stock. I can take out a loan for another $50 million. If you guys want to come to the table with another $100 million, we can buy the whole fucking company without anybody even knowing it happened. But here's the best thing of all. Everyone will think that the company, the shell of the company, the husk of the company is going to be worthless. Because what they'll do in bankruptcy proceedings is they're going to try to sell and liquidate anything that's of value to pay back their debts. So they're going to sell the name.
They're not going to try to do that. They have to do that legally. Come on, man. So what are you buying? What are you buying if everything's gone?
Bed Bath & Beyond. Overstock buys that. They're going to sell the Bye Bye Baby name. Maybe we buy that because it'd be nice to still have that too.
It's already sold. It's already sold.
That way, any incoming products that say Bye Bye Baby, we can still sell those.
Oh, God.
So that's where the monkey wrench comes in, that nothing happened with the auction this last week, and that now it goes back to bankruptcy court. Ryan Cohen and anyone else involved in this scheme, if there is a scheme, I'm not saying that there is, this isn't financial advice. I'm just guessing right now, guys. But I'm telling you what I would do if I was Ryan Cohen. And I have a trademark for Teddy for home goods, right? And I know the business of Bed Bath & Beyond because I used to own $58 million worth of shares. So at that point, I'm going to explain this.
He actually owned like $120 million worth of shares? Something crazy like that? Like, what are you talking about right now?
To Hudson to get them to back out of doing the deal. Or I'm going to explain this to key people in Bed Bath & Beyond to get them to back out of doing the deal. So one of the two, in my opinion, Ryan Cohen convinced to back out of the deal because both Bed Bath & Beyond and Hudson had to come to terms for this agreement for it to work out. Or maybe the bankruptcy judge is maybe the third party that could have been influenced. But the point is, there's three parties that have to all okay this idea. But I think that was even before the bankruptcy, so take the bankruptcy.
But why are we putting Ryan in this again? Like, how did Ryan even get into this conversation? I'm confused. I'm confused.
Judge back out of it. I apologize for my ignorance. Bed Bath & Beyond executives or Hudson. It's one of those two that Michael Cohen would have had to approach and say, listen, guys,
Michael Cohen,
let this thing fail for a little bit. And you and I, the person I'm talking to, the executive at Bed Bath & Beyond or the executives at Hudson, will make more money this way. So now the stock, still almost 3 months later, is 31 cents, okay? $230 million market cap, if I remember what I just said a second ago. If not, rewind and see what I said, I'm sorry. But the point is, again, all it takes is $115 million to have been spent so far, on average, and he would own over half the company via buying it through its pink sheets. Then what they do is, they go on in the media and they say that it's all the stupid meme stock people buying it up.
Mem stock.
That way, all the other banks across the country don't know what's about to happen. Now, the hedge funds who bet against and create all the synthetic shares, all the hedge funds who created all these synthetic shorts positions in the options market, they basically offload these synthetic shorts onto other people all around this country. Okay? The same way they did in 08 and 09. And kaboom, you create a new market crash and you make Wall Street even richer. Okay? So, it's the same concept that they did before in 08 and 09 when they offloaded their debts on everybody and then they further monopolized, right? Because certain banks and other hedge funds would go out of business. So, but here's the biggest reason why you would do this if you're Ryan Cohen. If you were to start a new company like Teddy, you'd have to spend a fortune. If you just did an IPO or you do a SPAC, you'd have to spend a fortune in advertising. If instead you take over a company that has 160% short position against it, let's just say it's only 15% short position against it, whatever it is, you take over a company that has this level of short position against it, you are going to be in the news daily. Your new company, Teddy, and what a genius you are for backstabbing all the shorts on Wall Street is going to put you in the news daily. And the average American is going to be cheering for you that you got the best of the hedge funds on Wall Street, but in reality, most of the hedge funds on Wall Street offloaded that debt onto mom and pop banks and investors, individual investors around this country in these boxes, just like they did, these packages of assets, of debt. They're selling the debt, just like they did back in 08 and 09.
I got to stop it there. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. All right, so this is who he is, just so that we're clear, okay? This is the way Brandon thinks.
So ask yourself, who's at fault? The world leaders who are tricking the masses who can't solve a problem into killing each other? Or the the masses who can't solve a problem, who like to tribally kill each other. And don't even understand that there's other ways to stop inflation other than raising the interest rate on your car and house loan and causing you to abort making money on the stocks that you were about to make money on, which took money away from the big hedge funds and world banks and, okay, Wall Street.
Look around.
Sorry, I'm tired. I could do this more theatrically and more fun, but it is what it is. It's just, you guys are asleep. Brandon, you must be one of them. No, actually, I can just see when there's a fucking magic trick going on. Maybe I should be one of them, because you guys sure as fuck don't get it, do ya? Let's discuss this for a second, how stupid people have to be.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Mullen at 30 cents a share, and you know all the shorts are trapped back to June 15th, June 14th. All the shorts are trapped. And they're not just kind of trapped, they're super trapped, because it was such a downward slope. You had shorts in it, 20 cents, 15 cents, all these guys, they're upside down so far at that point. So then what? You've got them trapped. I mean, you have more incentive as a bull to sell at 20 cents than you do when you have it at 30 cents. When you have it at 30 cents, you have them trapped. But you guys can't even get organized enough to say, nobody fucking sell. Here's what happens if we hold. Plus, there's a reversal coming. So it's not like it's a false upward motion. If the stock even doubles 5 times, you're still at a 5% market valuation of where you were a year ago. The stock's still down 95%. So what's so unheard of for the stock to hold at 5x where it's at for the day gains when it's at 30 cents?
You know, I wish I wouldn't even play stuff like this, because these are guys who are sitting here. Oh my God. I can't even make this video. I feel terrible doing it. Brandon, you're absolutely ignorant. Why can't it hold at 30 cents? Because that would be the equivalent of 5%, increase versus what it has been down for the whole year. And you're all types of wrong. But please stop talking about Bed Bath & Beyond and Ryan Cohen and that whole nonsense. Take your losses like a man. Do that. Keep driving around fast in cars. But as you can see, there's no consistency in his message. He has been all over the map with his message, and it's only been 3 weeks on YouTube. So please stop, Brandon. Do us all a favor. Or you can keep making these gold pieces that I love, and you and Financial Journey can push each other out there to the masses. But me personally, I know what Mullen Automotive is. I know what Bed Bath & Beyond is, and I definitely know what GameStop is. And it's somewhere I don't think you'll ever be. You're not this zen. You're not feeling this good on a Sunday. Peace. I have fun with this shit. Peace.